Hello, greetings, welcome, and salutations. My name is Michael, I'm the Diddlesy Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition Extinction Curse. I am joined by these wonderful, incredible, and amazing Patreons who support my channel, help me keep the lights on, and continue to do this thing that I do. Welcome in, guys. How are y'all doing?
Hey!
Good.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah,
ready,
it's so
ready to perform on stage.
I'm feeling the energy, and it's good because you guys will need it for today. Now, before we get started, I want to give a very special welcome to Joey Gamer 60. Welcome in, buddy. Your first time chatter. It's good to see you. If you have any questions about the game, the system, myself, life, love, or liberty, or whatever it is, feel free to chat about it. We love to talk. We're very audience engaging. But enjoy the show. Now, the first thing that we always do when we welcome everyone is, of course, thank the people responsible behind the scenes. And that is, of course, our sponsors. We are sponsored content, which means these people help pay the bills and keep all this stuff together. Starting, of course, with Hero Forge for the wonderful art you see on stream. Now, guys, Hero Forge create 3D models for your TTRPG needs, as well as, if you are like myself, an online gamer, tokens for Fantasy Grounds and other VTTs, as well as really cool avatars that you can use to make talking heads, like on Discord and stuff, such as we have for our player for Arturo.
Yep. Yeah, here's a good example.
Perfect example. There you go. So yeah, go check out Hero Forge and get into it today. Next up, of course, we have to thank Sirenscape for the wonderful sound set that we have over the course of our adventure, such as amazing sounds as... There you go. And, okay, well, here's another one. Hey, Walter.
Yes.
What's a rogue's favorite piece of armor?
What is a rogue's favorite piece of armor? I'm gonna regret this. What is rogue's favorite piece of armor?
It's hide. Waka waka.
I'm gonna do like a laugh track or something.
All right, so there you go. So
Sitcom
if you want your game to sound amazing, then consider checking out Sirenscape for all of your really cool soundboarding needs for your next TTRPG. And in case you didn't know, there's also a phone app thing that you can use. So if you want to, you can even do it from your phone, which is always amazing. And lastly, guys, Fantasy Grounds is our VTT of choice. They are a wonderful and amazing product that help me look good and, make me pretend like I know what I'm doing. So yeah, go check out Fantasy Grounds. We actually have an affiliate key with Fantasy Grounds, so any purchase made with said affiliate key is a little portion comes to DAG. And then goes to shows, and then I get to make them. So there you go. All right, without any further ado, let's now introduce you to our lovely cast and these characters, starting with the bard that plucks at the heartstrings of all the gnomish ladies, Harlanot, played by our dear friend Schoolie.
Oh.
Schoolie, we're gonna share a piece of information about Harlanot. Harlanot is a master of the instruments, if I'm not mistaken. What instruments does Harlanot play?
Predominantly lute, but probably has dabbled in a few others as the need arises.
So you've chosen to tick the others box. I see. Very well. Well played, sir. Well played. I was waiting for stuff like the glockenspiel, the frickin' bagpipes, the frickin' whatever that stupid thing is they used to make the Doctor Who theme. Everything. It's just Was it
Hurdy-gurdy.
No, it's not a
hurdy-gurdy, yeah.
Look, the hurdy-gurdy is a very bizarre instrument, but no, it's a thing. It's called a freaking
Theremin.
theremin.
Already said
Ugh.
that.
I was gonna say it.
It's a theremin. Yes, you can play the theremin. Beautiful.
Mouth harp.
Mouth harp.
harp,
Boing,
yeah,
boing, boing. All right.
I have one of
I
those.
play ham bones. Okay. All right. Next up, of course, playing the fortune-telling Walter, whose gaze can pierce the veil and pull answers of mysteries, future, past, and present, from the cards themselves. We have Walter, played by our dear friend, Avarian CA. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I suppose here is the big question for you for today, Avarian. Walter obviously has a Harrow deck. Where did he get it?
He found it in one of his travels. He passed through an old camp that he thought was long abandoned, and sitting there on a stump-turned table was a Harrow deck.
Oh yeah, so
Seeing
you.
an opportunity, he alleviated it of its post. And
That doesn't sound like that would be ominous or something that I could use for my advantage. No, it doesn't sound like that at all. Brilliant,
so,
brilliant.
So, Michael,
Yeah.
what is the most laid-back, relaxed demon in hell?
Laid back, I would say a Hezro. Hezros are demons of stagnation and pollution, and they're quite a large, heavy set one. So I'd say the
You'll
Hezro.
find, though, sir, it's the Morphine.
I feel like that's the are you sure that's the slothful one and not the gluttonous one?
Well, that's good.
All right. My pun game is
Yeah,
strong.
I can make this punishing, sir.
This one
Oh.
is strong with the puns.
You've clearly not watched my Ghost of Saltmarsh series. I can do this for days. Next up, Arturo, our wonderful and amazing acrobatic catfolk, being played by the delightful Sean.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, just real quick. Evarin, can we get a sound check from you real quick?
Sure. What's going on?
Okay, no. Brun, I think that's okay. I'll boost him up a little bit, but I think that might be maybe on your end. Maybe. We'll see.
It
I mean,
could be, 'cause
I am naturally louder than everyone else because I made it that way.
this is also an entirely new desktop, and I barely got it running. So
That's okay. If you want to as well, you can just lower your camera a little bit so I get your face in frame. But anyway, next up, Arturo, our acrobat. I'm going to ask you this. Obviously, as an acrobat, you have you've probably had your fair share of tumbles, from high places and stuff like that. What's the worst injury you've ever done to yourself, either not necessarily live, but during one of your performances?
I thought you meant Sean in general.
No, Neil.
It's not
Like with-
necessarily live.
Well,
Like-
there's a weird place in
Neil,
Canada
like we
where
have
I-
done every week since we started this show. It is an in-character question, Neil.
I was mining in
I'm
the
just gonna
pickaxe
leave.
some amethyst and no, I would say that yeah, while training he took a fall and missed the net. And luckily, being a cat folk, they always land on their feet, but that definitely still really hurt his feet and legs. So he.
What do you mean
might have
probably?
been-
Did they or
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
they?
It definitely would have. I don't know if it would have broken anything, but he would have been able to.
So the
he would
worst
have been able
injury
to
you've ever had
practice.
while training is you slightly sprained your ankle, falling from a great height and missing a net.
Okay, good point.
That's very impressive.
Melee on
As-
himself.
It brutally
no,
shattered
no.
both of his feet.
No. I was gonna say that's absolutely wonderful. That's beautiful because it tells us plenty about the character. Is
I guess it's true, yeah, he
it's
does
I love
good.
it. I love it. It's great.
Often.
All right, moving on. Next up, playing the role of the inventive, inquisitive Nagaji Meisha is none other than our dear friend Rock Protector. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Now, Meisha has had an affinity for tinkering since introduced to it by your mentor. What is a fond memory that you have of your mentor that inspired you to take on the role of tinkering?
Well, one day he was, I was brand new, like he already it's been a couple of days, and he fed me and gave me a bed, but then I saw him working on this thing that would launch people like a pad, and yeah, and I was like very interested in like what he was doing. Like he was taking out tools and stuff, and um, it it accidentally flinged up and kind of like smacked him in the face, and I'm like, ooh, and I went up to him and like grabbed his face, and he's like, please don't grab my face, please, and and then he just kept on working after that, and I'm like, this guy has motivation, like my tribe people. Like I would see my tribe people just, running around and working all day when I was young. So I'm like, yeah, the connection there. I'm like, this man is a strong worker like my tribe people.
All right. I love it. That's very sweet. That's very cute. All right. Unfortunately, Throvrek is not joining us today, but he is played by All Things Fantasy and plays the fire-breathing kobold, who, we can't ask anything about, but, we'll see how that goes. Next up, of course, we have Naomi playing, Naomi, the magician and the illusionist, played by our dear friend Neil from Immersion Diversions. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, your question is going to be quite an easy one here.
Nothing's ever easy.
This is your very, very first performance live on stage.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling?
Very, very nervous. Like, I came up with one idea, and it's like already sounds kind of hard, but like because Callisto can actually glide, it's like it can maybe work out in our favor.
All right.
But
very
yeah,
cool.
It's like I've got nothing else. It's all gonna be ad-libbed.
Not to mention that you also just saw your ringleader be murdered, so that's extra pressure.
I'm extra on edge because now I'm like, oh. Yeah.
Indeed. All right. Now, guys, before we get started, there's one last person we have to thank, and that is, of course, our audience. You guys are the lifeblood of this show, and we invite you to come behind the GM screen and help me run this game. There are a number of ways you can help out, either through watching the show and earning channel points, subscribers getting more channel points because freaking awesome. And you can do things from giving insight bonuses to our players, providing them with divine intervention, or even divine healing. There's also wandering monsters, wandering NPCs, a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. But if you feel particularly generous and want to help me in my Road to Gen Con fundraiser that I'm working on, as you can see down the bottom there, we've got a long way to go, but we are making our way slow and steady, then here's a bunch of rewards that you guys can potentially get for our players. For $5, you can give them these little red tokens here, which are hero points that can be used to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense, or roll with advantage. Jinx points can also be bought with the $5, which can do pretty much the reverse, allow my bad guys to do the same things or make things more complicated for my players. For $10, I will draw from my random deck of plot twists, and these plot twists will then come into effect and change and shape the action as it currently is. Which Gen Con? This Gen Con. This year's Gen Con is the goal.
Yeah.
Though of course, that's fingers crossed. There's a long way to Gen Con, so we'll get there though. We've got plenty of time, and this is just covering my flights. So there you go. For $20, you can give someone the coveted Golden 20, which you can see Walter and Throvrek both have them. This is a natural 20, which of course we can use to just make a natural 20 because that's what we do. Also, thank you to Seagard for the Jinx point. Mwah, you beautiful bean. Then, for $50, we will boost a difficulty of an encounter or provide our group with a magic item of your choice. Some of these can be ranging from, making a rival or an adversary, or in the case of a magic item, we did this on the Wednesday group. Several members in this very group here are responsible for having created an entire set of magic items. So, we play around with it and we have fun. There's lots of really cool suggestions and stuff that come out from that. And lastly, we have our secret menu item. The secret menu item for today is quite simply named Catastrophe. That is exactly what happens. There is a series of wild animals that are.
Oh, no.
No, nothing different. Basically. Oh, no. There we go. Am I back? Hello? Hello, hello. Have I returned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yep. Yep, sorry, my Zoom window kind of wobbled a bit, so my players couldn't hear me for a second. But the secret menu item for today is the menagerie will be let loose. Now, for those of you who don't know, the menagerie here is run by a lovely individual, which let's show him up on screen here, named, where is he?
Oh.
His name was... Wait, where is he? Oh, Celestin.
I forgot.
There he is. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is
Oh,
Celestin,
Yeah.
It is.
and Celestin summons monsters from the menagerie from his cards. Now, recently our heroes went and rescued one of these creatures, a black cat, from the deck. But that is not the only monster that he has within this. Now, while these monsters are, in a strict sense, fake, they are still also very real. So today's secret menu item is the unleashing of one or more of these monsters, which will be done at random, and will obviously add a bit of spice to the session. I will also award extra points if that is unleashed, if my players can work the catastrophe into their act so that it looks natural. They will get an extra bonus reward as well. All right? So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, send in the clowns.
Oh, no.
Now, our heroes start today's session at the back of a large, ringed auditorium, the big top, where they stand over the deceased body of their ringmaster, Myron Thunder Stendel, dead, lying still and motionless. As they gather around, panic begins to sweep over the performers. He was fine not but 20, 30 minutes ago, but now is cold as the grave. A few people begin to whisper here and there. What happened? Did you see? Did anyone see him fall? Oh my god, what does this mean?
Oh, he came from below stage.
Are we in danger? Is someone trying to kill us? Oh my god.
Oh.
No. It's her again. She's coming. And you hear people starting to whisper of the Darklight Carnival and a very familiar person to you all striking her vengeance against you. But it is the cool, calm, collected voice of the professor, one of the circus's barkers, basically someone who yells out the roll up, kind of person, who steps forward as the voice of reason. Thin and frail, he stands to you all. All right, what are you all standing around for? Listen, you've seen the crowd, and we've never had a tent packed this much, not in a long time, and we need this show to go well. As long as there's a show to put on, the show must go on. So finish your makeup, get your gears in order, put on your costumes, and for now, until we know what we're doing, send the clowns out. We'll take care of this mess. Quick to follow the advice, the circus clowns immediately spring into action, leaping to their feet and getting to their various cars and the likes. You watch as they run around the auditorium, handing out balloons and like toys, and you watch as one of these clowns sort of walks up and has like a corn dog in his hand. He puts it in his mouth and then eats it in one bite and pulls the stick out, rubbing his tummy. He kind of looks at a nearby patron who's sitting in the seat, and he's like. And he like looks around at the guy. The guy's like trying to dodge him. He then reaches over and tries to grab his hat, And the guy pulls his hat away, and he's like... And he snatches the hat off him. And he then goes... And he looks like he's about to hand the hat back, and the guy reaches to get the hat, and then suddenly he pulls it forward, and all this confetti just starts to pour out of his mouth and into the hat, like this rainbow-colored paper and streamers and stuff like that, until it's filled to the brim and overflowing. He then quickly puts the hat back on the guy, and he's now covered in streamers. They are... The clowns are doing what they do best. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, you guys managed to remove the body of Myron to the backstage. But with no ringmaster to call you on, it is up to you guys to run the show. The professor does his best to kind of make sure that all of the behind-the-scenes stuff is working, but... and Meisha, you are invited to go back with the professor to make sure that everything's, going to come out when it needs to come out. Do what it needs to do.
Wasn't I still on the light?
You'll be summoned.
Oh, okay.
OG. Okay, so the stage is yours.
I'll walk right up to Naomi, put my hand on her shoulder and just be like, "Are you doing okay? I know this is not the circumstances for your first ever performance."
She looks frazzled, like almost like she's. I mean, I don't know what to do now that this has happened. Are they gonna come after one of us? Are they gonna? I don't.
If they do that, no one will let that happen here.
I could have saved.
I certainly.
At this point, the professor comes back and grabs both of you by your ear. He pulls it down and says, "I didn't stutter. Get the heck out there, and we can deal with this later."
Okay, yes, sir.
And he pulls back and he goes back behind the curtain. But he watches, he kind of walks backwards and disappears into the shadows, piercing red eyes, kind of like looking at you.
Yo.
If you want to go later in the roster to try calming your nerves, I don't mind going on before you, at least.
I mean, it'll give. I can come up with some more stuff on the fly with Callisto. Maybe we can do that. So if you're okay with that, that'd be okay with me.
Okay.
Thank you, Arturo.
This saying might not ring as true to you as it does to me and my family, but just remember, before you go on stage, always land on your feet.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't translate too well, does it? But
No,
saying,
it's fine,
repeating that
thank
to
you.
myself makes me feel more comfortable.
Always land on your feet. Always land on your feet. Okay. Thank you, Arturo. I'm gonna go find Callisto. Well, I'm sure as long as he's within 100 feet, I pretty much know where he is, so... Yeah.
Daniel,
I don't know.
you are a goddamn
I
summoner.
don't know!
You freaking summon your companion. The fact that you want to walk off to go and find the creature that you can summon fills me with a burning rage.
I'm sorry!
Especially given your instruction to get the hell out there.
Yeah.
Yours truly, your wrathful god, and GM. P.S.
Professor.
P.S. If this was a Telltale game, it would say the professor will remember this.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Now look. Let's because I mean this is the first time we've kind of done this. Let's go into this. How many of you in my player group have been to the circus before?
Me.
I've
A
done it
long time
once.
ago, but yeah.
I also love the fact that when
Long time
Rock
ago.
put his hand up and Avarian did, it almost looked like Rock had a super long hand. But yeah. Now, when you go to the circus, you have someone who announces the acts and stuff like that. You need this. So, among you guys, you may decide who that is, but you can see that very quickly the clowns are becoming, they're running their course. People are getting annoyed by them and sick of them, and you can see that Mr. Tickles is like kind of trying to bring them back and move them around, but he is also like while he's smiling and stuff like that, you can see he's kind of like he's getting tired.
Mhm.
I could see Harlanot doing a good job with that, like maybe playing a tune before introducing each person.
Giving you a little musical intro.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a little interlude between each act.
Yeah.
As Harlot is introducing the axe. Sorry. I'm gonna run around and make sure all the dominoes are set up so that Arturo is all set up with what they need, and Misha and so on and so forth as I move around.
Sure. All right. A hush falls over the crowd as Harlanot, you come to stage. What tone are you trying to set here?
Oh. Who's Arturo, are you coming up next? You coming in first.
Yeah, I think I'll be the first act.
So I'd probably try to come out and give it a bit of the hush from the clowns as a lead up to a big act about to perform, and everyone needs to focus and pay attention because what they're about to witness is something spectacular.
All
Something
right.
they should never forget.
Hmm.
It's probably how I try to tone it.
Okay, very well. The sound of drum rolls begin to emerge as you step out onto stage. Let's see what... I feel like this is the one I wanted. Maybe. Let's find out. Nope, that didn't work. Hold on. Apologies.
Ooh.
All right, the scene is yours.
Okay.
So I'm walking out, a little bit of music going to build up. Ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages, prepare to witness wonders, spectacles, things you should never try at home.
You hear some-
Introducing first.
Ooh. Ah.
With feats unbeknown to most, we present Arturo. And I'll sort of gesture and back away as hopefully Arturo comes out.
All right. Arturo, you emerge.
Yeah, I come out, and I'll be carrying... No, more like maybe pulling, like, a little chest full of things. And I will pull, like, a basket out of it with various, like, fruits and things in it. And like, Oh, that'd be a dumb reference to bring up. Let's not do that. I was going to.
Did you just boo her?
Yeah, I just booed.
I heard
just
it
booed myself.
barely, and I'm like, whoa.
I was gonna make a fruit ninja joke, but that would have been really dumb. Yeah, I have been thinking for a long time about what truly makes a show perfect. And how each time you need to ramp it up a bit. So I'll do something amazing that you've never seen before. I am going to stab fruit with a sword.
All right, let's make a diplomacy check or a performance check as you try to hype up the crowd.
This one's supposed to get a slight like what? Okay, good. I didn't want that one to be high.
Okay, so there's kind of like a few like kind of soft claps like this could be interesting. Okay.
But yeah, so I pull
audience
the rapier
circle.
out. I show them like, but see, that's not exciting, right? I mean, that was a pity clap, at least from like you, and you, right? I mean, that wasn't actual excitement, right? I mean, this fruit and a sword, that's not exciting. So instead, get this, I'll be balancing on a ball. That's still not good enough though, right? And he pulls the ball out. He's like, maybe blindfolded, huh? And he puts the blindfold on. It's like, still not quite good enough. I know it'll do the trick. And then he pulls out a torch, lights it on fire, lights the ball on fire. It's like, there we go. And then he steps onto it. And
Well, as you do these things step by step, firstly, the crowd reacts. Like you've entertained a few of the kids, who are like, oh, he's gonna be on a ball. Oh, that's neat. And then blindfolded, you can see the adults are like, okay, he's going to be on a ball, he's going to be blindfolded. But when you set the ball on fire, there is a roarous sound of applause that comes from the audience as they see you light it on fire. They are very, very keen, very, very excited. Now, as you step onto the ball, we are going to be doing a couple of things here. Firstly, is you're going to make an acrobatics check to balance on the ball.
ooh, if the higher I roll, can that be extra flair?
Sure, no problem with that.
Nice.
All right. Are you level 1 or 2? 2.
Hmm?
Are you level 1 or 2?
Oh, you want me to roll 2? Sure.
No. Are you
No.
level 1 or level 2? You guys
Level 1, I believe. Yeah.
level 1?
Yeah.
Have I not leveled you guys up? Okay, yeah, in that case, that is more than plenty. Okay. As you step up onto the ball, the fire licks high, but you are unscathed. It seems as though Meisha has done their job quite well into creating flame retardant undercoverings in order to protect you and your feet from the heat of the ball that is now under you. Okay, you are aloft.
Yeah, so as I pull out the fruit, I might start juggling them first before stabbing.
So you're going to bring the basket up onto the ball?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I might have grabbed a handful.
You
before doing it.
realize...
Will step out and throw them up to him.
There you go, beautiful. I was gonna say at this point when you're on the ball, you realize you hadn't actually practiced the bit that you wanted to practice.
That's very true.
This was only a suggestion made by the professor that earlier that day, and you were too busy walking around with Throvrek to try this. So this is actually the first time you've ever even attempted this skill. So. As you leap up, though, you look around, and Halanot, your instincts kick in. You know exactly what your teammates need, and you are in place, getting in front of him and picking up the basket with fruits in hand. Now, I imagine you're going to communicate. Is juggling what you want to do first?
Sure. Just as a little prelude to, yeah.
Sure,
doing the
Hollanot.
distract-
What do you throw from this basket of assorted fruits? I recommend the durian and the coconut first.
No.
So not the pineapple. Probably start small, the apples, oranges, and slowly work up. Probably with a little melon being the last one.
Okay.
Slowly.
So, a couple of apples, an orange, and a melon. It's kind of like a rock melon, so it's like maybe about that big, about the size of a small grapefruit. As you are throwing these, I need you to make me an acrobatics check.
Which
Also, actually, no, I'll save that joke for when I start stabbing them.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, you catch them and you begin to throw them. The different weights make it a little bit difficult, but you're quite an adept juggler here. All right, you've got a good rhythm going. What next?
Then I will, like, throw a couple up in a row and stab 2 in a row, like, like just skewer them, making like a shish kebab on my sword. And as a joke, I'll say to the audience, like, I was taught this by, this is a lie, but I was taught this by a famous swashbuckler, and he suggested that I use pumpkins and the like, so I could be called a squashbuckler, but I figured that wouldn't stick.
All right. I'm going to say, yeah, so you're going to try and say, but that wouldn't stick as you stab. So
Yes,
let's
exactly.
make a attack action with that. Let's see how your attack goes. So make an attack with your sword.
Where are we? Oh yeah, be under actions. Where do I roll that to, actually?
Just in the chat.
Oh, duh.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. Okay,
Wow,
yep.
nice.
And make a performance check for your joke.
Oh, I hope the audience likes puns. Nope, that one landed really flat,
All right.
as it should have.
So there's a reasonable response from the crowd. There's clapping and applause. There's a couple of like you hear one guy like basically just
He's crying.
no, it's just the one laughing dude. There's just one
Oh,
guy
they're, like,
laughing in the
super
crowd.
loud. Yeah.
But like your trick has gone down a treat. All right, I'm marking down some things here, but yes, you have successfully you have
Oh, no.
successfully done a performance here. All right, anything else you want to do?
As I hop off the ball, I just kind of bow and I'm like, "Thank you, you've been a wonderful audience, and I hope to see you again." And then I take off the blindfold. I'm like, "Ah, I didn't have to wait very long." And then I walk off the stage.
All right. The audience is clapping. You can tell that there's some forlorn on the fact that there's only one trick, but they're pretty keen. As you leave the stage, Harlanot, you're already on stage, having assisted your comrade. What's next?
So wait for the applause to lie down. Well done, well done. Who would have thought? Such a fiery opening performance. Now you've had the physical spectacle. Prepare for some magic mystique. As next to take the stage and center ring is the wonderful Naomi, assisted by Callisto.
All right. Once again, the audience begins to applaud as they see the beautiful and resplendent Naomi stepping out with the dapper and handsome Callisto.
Naomi's a little bit of a, like, she's so nervous she can't speak, so she just kind of bows.
All right. As you do so, Callisto bows as well, grabs hold of your hand and kind of looks at you with a soft and gentle smile.
And I'm gonna, while they're kind of close, I'm gonna whisper to him, and I'm gonna whisper to Callisto and just say, just like we planned, the illusions, the
Hey, Neil.
creation of I know, just
Nice try, but I'm not doing your tricks for you, mate. You're gonna still have to make them. Yeah, just like we planned, NPC. Do all the things and make all my checks succeed.
No. All right, so
Nice try, mate.
no, I know.
Describe your things. Describe your thing. You GM'd before. What are you worried about?
Everything.
All right, go on. What is
all
your
right.
trick, mate?
Well, so, Callisto starts kind of, he puts on some gloves, and then as he kind of just shows in the air, and he kind of, flames kind of start to spark from his hands,
All right.
He's-
Is it just a trick, or is it like can he cast fire?
He can actually cast fire. He can't like throw it or anything, but he
Yeah,
has
sure.
the energy heart, so he can actually like physically manifest fire.
You watch as this radiant golden light just starts to ignite like flames through his fingers, and what he does is he rolls them across his fingers, and then back around, and you watch as he puts them all out and puts one on one finger. He then touches his tongue, and then transfers it to the other hand before putting it out in his palm. Okay. This is another series of claps. Very impressive.
All right. And then so I kind of turn around and I pull out a what essentially looks like it's just a box.
Mhm.
And then I kind of gently place it in Callisto's hand as he holds it out, and then Callisto will ignite it in flames, and then show that it turns into it's still a box, because it's like, so I use the prestidigitation to make a box that is so it's like a magical box, so I think I could just add sorry, I'm trying to think of the so
You-
yeah, so
You need to just slow. Take a breath.
I know.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Just you need
okay,
to.
so I have
need-
to keep thinking how it goes.
Yeah, no. You need to slow it down. You don't need to be overly descriptive with these, but get your point
Okay.
across. Yeah.
I mean,
So,
your nervousness
to
does
show-
channel the character pretty well.
Yeah. Fair.
To show that the box is like that it can't be really affected by fire, like it's a fireproof box,
Mhm.
even though I kind of make a makeshift version of something using prestidigitation to create an object. As the fire goes up and it goes out, I kind of in that moment I create the same box to show that it's fireproof. But then as he does it again, I turn it into like a small pot of flowers.
Right. So he's casting fire on the box, and as he does,
Yeah.
he waves his hands and he places it, but it doesn't do anything. And he kind of scratches his head like, I wonder what went wrong. And then he puts his hat back on, and then he does it again, and this time the box disappears, and holding in his palms is a vase. All right. So now prestidigitation. Can you create small objects?
Yeah, it's called create, or in the prestidigitation. I gotta go to my character. I didn't even.
Oh no, that's okay. I can open it up. Because I want to figure out what check would be appropriate for you to make here.
Because it says it creates like a one bulk or less
Here we go.
item.
Yep. Create a small temporary object of negligible bulk. So it's not one bulk, it's a negligible bulk. Made of congealed magical substance to look crude and artificial, is extremely fragile, can't be used as a tool or weapon or anything like that. Okay. So yeah, you create a so you're creating that. Let's go with a, let's see, this is some deception, I think, would probably be the better one for this.
Should I do Callisto's deception? 'Cause I
It will be
believe,
Callisto's deception, yeah.
Okay. Their skills. Not bad actually. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. As you wave your hand and Callisto waves his, the fire acts as a perfect distraction as the eyes of the audience gaze upon the box, only to see it suddenly turn into a vase of flowers. He then bows as the audience, clap and cheer.
I bow as well. And then Callisto will put up his hand, still holding onto the vase, like, oh, I got one more thing, And then he kind of sticks his hand out, and Naomi watching, Naomi is going to cast prestidigitation again, and actually use the lift portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like as if Callisto is going to be levitating the vase into the air.
Okay. We're going to go with another deception check here, because at this point, using multiple spells back to back,
True.
remembering, of course, that spells require a somatic and verbal component, you're trying to conceal these through your motions. Because basically, at some point or another, you might have someone say, hey, he's just casting magic, he is. Well, yes, he's he's a magician.
He's a magician.
All right. All right, make your deception check. Nice.
19.
All right. With a gesture of his hands, you watch as the vase levitates into the air and begins to float. And again, the audience provides a round of applause. Now what?
I think that's all for now.
Sure, you can take your bow. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you take your bow.
What
The
about
audience.
raised stage that you had set up with Misha.
Yeah.
Anything.
I don't know. I mean, she's a little flustered and can't think. So she kind of forgets about that, and then she goes off. She bows and they go off stage.
Callisto says, "You did absolutely wonderful, my dear.
I'm so scared."
But listen to the
Thank you.
sounds of the crowd. They loved you."
Oh, I'm gonna have to get used to that. Oh no.
He grabs you by the waist and holds you close, almost hip to hip, as once again he turns and gestures with another bow. And you can now see for the first time, now that you're not in the lights of the center stage, the faces of the audience as they're cheering for you.
Naomi just smiles and kind of weak walks back to or after she's out of the light.
Right.
She kind of stumbles back.
All right, Harlanot, you come out at the kind of walking past Naomi as they make their way by.
So before I'd walked out, I'd probably glance at Walter to give him a look, saying, to try and work out if he wanted to take to the stage as well. If he had something prepared.
Sure.
Okay. So as I step back out, applauding as I pass. What a wonderful performance we're seeing now today. Now to change the mood, and I'll start to strum. And to try and set the tone, I'll try to use ghost sound sort of behind the seats, just a gentle plucking to try and convey it's a bit more of a mystical tone.
Okay.
As not sure how to phrase it, but try to introduce the fact that now we're into the realms of mystery and the unknown of the future and the past, as I'll introduce Walter. I'm assuming it's sort of it's range of 30 feet, so I'm hoping somewhere around the stage.
All right. Taking to the center stage. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. There's no promises because I don't know what any of this is going to sound like. All right. Here we go. Nope. Why is that not working? Thank you.
The suspense.
All right.
Drum roll.
Oh, because I'm spelling it wrong. Ah, there it is. Okay. Here we go.
Ooh.
Okay. The scene is yours.
Me as I
Right.
pass over to Walter. Yeah.
I step out to the center ring, and you know those collapsible tables that you set down and it'll fold out into something a little more solid. They're still pretty rickety, but just enough to hold a small tablecloth. I pull one of those out and lay it down in front of me. I pull out the harrow deck and start shuffling. Friends, strangers, companions from afar, I welcome you to the circus. Now we will take a moment to gaze into the past, present, and future of a member of our audience. Do I have a volunteer?
You can see a few people are putting their arms up. There's an assortment of individuals. Take your pick.
I will
We got a
choose
person from
a.
chat.
Yeah.
OG Levikin.
All right. OG Lava Kitten. You see a ginger catfolk woman suddenly raise their hands. Sorry, I'm presuming woman. Waving their hands back and forth. Next to them is the person that they've come to the circus with, a bandicoot man, which we call.
He's very odd.
It is called a paramelophin. There we go. A paramelophin and a catfolk.
Please come on down and join me in the center stage if you would. As I gesture to the ginger catfolk.
There's another round of applause as the catfolk comes down. All right, you know what, OG, you take this. This is your thing.
First, we shall gaze into your past as I lay out a set of harrow cards on the table and the kind of the cross pattern.
In a cross pattern? Okay. Do you want to set it as the whole deck, or do you want to set a particular suit?
I flipped through this, but I didn't have a chance to go through all of it. So we will stick with a particular suit.
Okay. All right, well, just let us know which suit.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
The suits match the statistics for all of your D&D characters. So
Yeah, we'll start off with wisdom.
wisdom, the suit of
As
the
we know-
stars.
The past teaches us lessons that we hold for the present and the future. So first we shall seek wisdom in the years that have gone past.
You watch as Walter begins to shuffle the deck and the cards, and you see them being made into to this beautiful kind of spread over in front of you. I need a performance check from you, Walter.
Certainly. Come on, natural 1.
52 card pickup.
2! Just as good.
Whoa!
All right, you drop a couple of your cards, and you have to bend down and pick them up and fish them around. There's no one judges you for it, but you know it's not as cool as you'd like it to be. All right, your cards are laid out in front of you. What would you like to do?
So, my dear friend, the cards are before you. Which of the cards presented do you feel a drawing or connection?
All right, OG, here you go. There you go, OG. Take your pick.
Yeah.
The things I do for my audience. So I don't know why that's upside down. That should be there.
The middle card.
Middle card, straight in the middle. Okay, here we go. The card.
Ooh.
The winged serpent. It is misaligned. It is it is partially aligned, should we say? Because it's misaligned. It's not aligned with any of the neutral keys. Also, game in chat, first person to name it. What is this creature?
Oh.
In chat, not us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That is the tarot. Walter, what do you say next?
The feathered serpent, a god of lore and ancient history. One that's people claim to have gained its power through time immemorial. Your history is long and fraught with lessons in conflict. It is something that you are proud of, something that has taught you many lessons. And you feel and have proven throughout the years that your choices have been good and beneficial to those around you. Although some of these decisions, some of these choices you have made, perhaps have not gone exactly as you had chosen. Perhaps they have led you down a path that you are not necessarily advised to go. For that, now we shall gaze into the present, and I sweep the cards away. And I deal out another set just to try to bag nuts.
Okay. What now?
A set of 9 of the strength suit.
Okay. Just so you know, I got the camera in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I'm suffering with this.
And this, folks, is where you see Walter just perish.
I'm gonna kill Walter. It's gonna look like an accident.
Try a proper angle.
Well, in a circus,
Proper
it's
first
pretty easy to
person view
do.
of the deck being dealt.
Alright, sure.
Good performance. The previous owner of the deck shows up and just kills me.
Okay.
The only time you'll be in
Paper cut.
All of a sudden, I have a pressing desire to wash my goddamn camera. Okay.
Okay, my dear feline friend, gaze upon these cards and find the one that you feel a connection to. Which card will
This is amazing.
predominantly holds your future or your present in tow?
I should have been a hand model.
It's very nice. It's very nice. Very top left.
Very top left.
I know
All right.
that hand.
It's
It's from the 19 model hand. I don't know.
I all right.
Whoa.
The cyclone. This one is misaligned because this one is bottom left, but was found. Bottom right, and this was found top left. So it is misaligned, which means it should be the opposite of whatever the cyclone presents.
This card shows that your present time you have gone through many trials and many confrontations. There have been challenges set forth before you, but after each one you have become renewed. Your ambition to strive forward and maintain your place in the world, your connection to people, is strengthened by recent events, and by these conflicts and odds that you've had at people have done nothing but reinforced your ideals. These ideals, this strength will see you into the future. And I swipe the cards away and deal with another set. This one of the charisma suit.
Just use the same cards. Nice.
Well, no, they are different. So if you look
Yeah.
here, the hammer is strength, and then the star is wisdom.
Yeah.
The crown.
Crown.
The crown is the charisma ones. Yes, these are just my wisdom ones that I'm just putting away with one hand.
Awesome, love it, kid.
Oh, very well. You watch as the catfolk seems to be absolutely in awe and shocked at how accurate these are.
The little did Michael know, but he's also in this act. He's one of the clowns. Dance, clown, dance.
First character to die. Not the first character to die.
Yeah, I think I just moved myself up on the pecking order. Whoops.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, you get yours.
Walter and Arturo are tied.
Just as long as it's not secretly Echo. Please no.
I request that my death is done by Echo.
Don't worry, I'll kill you more than twice.
To bring your
That is
character back
true.
to life just to kill him again.
Exactly. Now, my friend, these cards before you will show a potential of what may lie before you in the future. The card that you fear the most, the card you are least drawn to, is the one you shall choose now.
Ooh.
Ooh. Least drawn to?
Yep. At this point, OG's just left.
Yeah, yeah. This is where we find out OG's internet crashed.
Furthest
or
bottom
something.
left.
Or this bottom left.
Ooh. Oh.
The betrayal.
Trail.
I see you donating 1,000 bits.
All right. And instead, they take 1,000 bits. Damn, betrayed. All right.
It is also misaligned.
It is not. It is partially aligned.
Partially aligned.
Yep, because it's on the lower section, so that's partially aligned.
I see before you a treacherous time. A love, a passion. It will be on the grips of being torn asunder. There is a trial. I'm literally looking at the wrong card.
Turns out Lava Kitten doesn't
Ugh.
kill the ringmaster.
You watch as Walter's like looking like inside his jacket at just some notes.
I actually pull it out. Nope, that's the wrong one. This card represents you looking into yourself. You're looking at something that will twist and contort, something that you'll become envious, jealous of, something that something being hidden by someone or yourself around you, someone close to you. But it's not a perfect alignment. The card isn't sitting in its home. So there is an avenue that this will turn into selflessness, a self-sacrifice, something that might be construed as envy, but upon examination through the lens of the past may turn out to be something more beneficial, more benign, more benevolent than previously anticipated. Keep in mind that these cards don't show what absolutely is certain. They just show lessons that one might wish to take from events coming in the future. A warning, a perception of something that may come. And this card, while not aligned, indicates that it may be something to anticipate and not necessarily fear. With these words, the reading is done. I thank you.
All right. The applause is somewhat tempered. Make another performance check to see if how well that went. At the very least, one audience member has been left with a strong impression, as the catfolk seems to be shook at these revelations. But let's see what our performance check is.
I rolled it. It came up with 14 and then just vanished.
Roll. You have to roll it in the chat box. If you miss the chat box, even by a bit.
There you go. It came up 14 anyway.
Nice. All right. With a 19, that is a success, and people were watching with bated breath as another series of cheers rings out. As Walter, several clowns grab your table and move it away and allow you to exit. While this is happening, Misha, you are backstage and helping prepare for each of the performances as they come out. When you notice that there are several rather drunken, disorderly individuals who are mucking about near one of the lighting rigs. As they seem to be playing about, you can... Nope, that's not the right one. This should be Act 3. There we go. Boom. As they are mucking about, you watch as one of them accidentally knocks and bumps into the rig, making it run loose. As OG is heading back up to their seat, you can see their friend, the bandicoot-headed individual, like sort of waving and sort of like being, kind of like it looks like they're about to catch up on everything. You watch as the wire that connects the lights between these two structs suddenly comes loose, and the light looks as though it imminently may swing like a pendulum and clean up that audience member. What do you do?
I run out. Get out of that area right there! Everybody move!
All right. As you do so, there is a slight panic. Everyone is alarmed. No one knows what's exactly happening. Everyone, we're going to roll a percentage to see if everyone moves or if everyone's looking around.
I got you.
Thankfully, everyone moves suddenly. OG is tackled to the ground by their bandicoot companion as the cable snaps and swings, crushing some of the seats, which thankfully are now abandoned. There is a sudden and sharp gasp from the crowd as they see this incident happen. Concerned looks begin to be traded among everyone present. The mood has shifted yet again. What do you do?
What is going on? Oh.
So from center stage, because I haven't wandered off yet, I put my hands and go, ladies and gentlemen, fine folk. I apologize. There appears to have been a small mishap with one of the string wires that was run across the tent. If you would please give us a moment to attend to this and enjoy the festivities out in the court with the food and the carnival and the clowns, we will rectify this matter and resume the show in the main rings momentarily. Thank you very much. I kind of gesture to the clowns who would be to escort them out of the tent.
They'll do so. They seem to be concerned, kind of talks and chatter, but generally speaking, they sort of march out a little calm. The person who is shaken the most is OG, after being told that that her connections and her friendships would have her narrowly avoid disaster, come almost to fruition. And not unnoticed either.
I walk up to the OG as they're walking out. I'm like, as I said, it wasn't directly aligned. Your friend came to your aid. I walk them out of the tent, sort of laughing and chuckling as we go.
OG, you can respond however you would like. That is, and as well as Odd Bandicoot, because you're there as well. You may respond however you like, and you will that'll be what happened. First, you can see first straight on edge. Because it's quite a shaking thing, but everyone leaves the tents for the time being. All right, you've bought yourself some time, but people are expecting a grand finale.
No. I move over to where the snapped cables are lying down, and I signal for Misha to come, as well as the professor.
Oh, I already moved over there. I'm trying to examine what happened. Like I'm examining the end of the wire, like how it, like, did somebody like cut it, or did somebody or did it just snap on its own?
It doesn't look like somebody cut it, but it looks like it was gnawed through, like with teeth.
Not unlike a wire from a webcam not too long ago.
It's true.
He drops his-
For now, however, with the frayed wiring, it'll probably cause it'd probably potentially be a bigger danger to leave it attached. So, getting out some wire cutters, you can kind of cut and remove this section of the lighting, and just realign some of the lights to kind of cover the darker areas, and just as a kind of like stopgap for the time being.
Yeah.
But you do not detect any kind of malicious hand acting at this point.
I also check the other lights just in case before we start.
Make
the
a
other
perception
wiring.
check.
Yeah. Okay.
Or not, if you wouldn't mind going and playing a comforting tune to the guests out front. Some music to calm the mood a bit.
I was actually gonna say to Hollernot also, if
Right,
for the
there you go.
finale, if you like, we could because if we you're planning to play something for the finale, correct?
I presume so, yes.
Would you maybe like me and Callisto to accompany you in some we could sing in Celestial?
This is
Like an opera?
absolutely and utterly outrageous. From behind you, you watch as Lunray arrives. Are you to tell me that you're going to be allowing Naomi to perform twice in the one evening? My, doesn't the young starlet have a hungry thirst for the stage for one with such crippling stage fright? While I, the true star of this show, seem to have to be placed onto the bench for this evening's affairs.
I'm sorry, Luna. Lunare?
Yes, sorry is right.
That's
We're
not-
all into this together equally.
Equally,
Nope.
you say?
No one's treated better or worse.
Oh, really? No one's treated better or worse? Please. There are so many of us who put on far more effort into their performances than juggling some fruit. I don't mean to disrespect, but I put my life on the line every single time I walk out there, and I don't use, fake props to keep me safe.
Well, so tightrope walking is totally safe as well?
Oh, I saw no tightrope walking.
Well,
Or
I
perhaps...
don't use the same act in every single show that I would do.
No, why would you want to use your showstopper every single time? Let's mix it up a bit with some of the humdrum, shall we? Look, I'm just frustrated because, well, quite frankly, I put a lot of work into my act as well, and I don't see why just because the ringmaster isn't here that all of a sudden Mr. Harlanot suddenly plays favorites so blatantly.
I wouldn't call snakes with broken teeth dangerous.
Not all
Okay.
have broken teeth, Naomi, and if you'd like to see mine, I'd be more than happy to share it with you. And as she's about to like lay into you, suddenly a hand comes from behind. Now listen, temper. There's no need for us to get all bent out of shape, especially because snakes, when they bend out of shape, they kind of look like balloons. No, listen. I can't, I can't speak for everyone. I've been busting my hiney out there trying to keep everything chilled. But look, I think Lunray, that right now with the ringmaster not here, we need to rely on the judgment of our I mean, I don't want to say the ringmaster, but look, Harlanot's been here the longest. So is Walter. I trust no one more than the two of them. Fine. Then please enlighten us as to who or what your showstopper shall be. I'm sure we'd all love to hear it. And you can hear, like, a few of the other performers, including, of course, Celestine and Iwaki. They're also here as well. They're not making a fuss. They're just, again, close by to hear what the decision is.
And I'm assuming they did their thing in the show, right? It was mainly just us kind of
No,
describing them.
they've done
Oh.
nothing.
Oh, okay.
My plan before the light event was actually mentioned to the crowd that if they wanted for Walter to keep going, his tent is outside if they wanted their own personal fortune. Because I presume Nisha was backstage, was to actually rope one of the NPCs.
No, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, the professor is out the back, and as they're heading out the front, Harlanot, you can absolutely make that a point. And Walter, if you're okay with that, you'll set up in the tent and start doing a couple of fortune readings as well.
I'll head out to help placate the crowd.
Sure. However, inside the tent, things are tense, and Harlanot, I guess this falls to you.
We were all going to get our turn in the spotlight. This is just a momentary hiccup. I was hoping, especially you, Lunaria, that with your own tent set up to be such a spectacle, right now you'd be helping to take the minds off the unfortunate event that's just occurred in here until the moment is right for you to come back on stage for the big crowd.
She
As we
looks
will
at
all end the show together.
Right. She looks at you with eyes that almost pierce like that of a serpent. Make a diplomacy check for me. Mikey, this scene looks like it's intense. It's a good one. I like that one. 10 points to Mikey.
I honestly thought you did that pun on purpose, so I didn't actually say anything.
I didn't. Absolutely didn't.
Like I laughed at it, thinking that you made a good pun.
It's interesting because I can use my versatile performance. I can use performance instead of diplomacy.
Oh, you can absolutely. If yeah, because as a bard,
nice.
you do have that versatile performance ability. You can absolutely do that. 100%.
I would.
Just drop it into chat.
No.
Yeah. There you go. All right. That's a 12. All right. So she storms out. Like, you can tell she's upset. She's definitely going to do what she needs to, but she is upset that she is not the showstopper for this evening. Now, keeping in mind, you do only have enough time for one more performance, so you do need to make a decision on that. Mr. Tickles, of course, is not in the running, but Mr. Tickles is just kind of like keeping the peace, so he's gonna juggle his way out, which does leave your animal wrangler, as well as well, pretty much anyone who you want to. You can, of course, let Naomi go back out there, or even give Marsha a shot at doing something unique. It's up to you.
I'll look at Masha. Masha to see the panicked expression thing. Maybe not. That's a bit too much. Celestin,
Yes.
given what has happened, perhaps seeing life from all the animals that you bring to the show would actually show that the world is bigger out there, and it might take the mind off the recent event that almost happened with the roof almost falling down on someone's head.
Of course. If that's what you want, then we can absolutely make that happen. But I think maybe with everything happening, we should up the danger of our performance. I can't help but notice that Naomi, Arturo, and maybe even Walter may feel as though they rarely get an opportunity center stage. And I'd like to propose an opportunity. We act and pretend like one of the animals has started to rampage. And you do battle with them to try and subdue them and protect the audience. The creatures themselves are illusions at the best. Well, phantasms, which are kind of illusions, but not illusions, sort of thing. And, I think it'll give a good show. It'll definitely be a showstopper. And then at the very end, I'll have them, explode into confetti, and we'll call it a day.
Sounds exciting.
Sounds like a wonderful group performance.
All right. All right. I'll take the stage first and set this up, and I will be rendered unconscious, and you all take it from there, and don't hold back, because while I am down, I won't be able to be in full control of my animal.
Okay.
Sounds like it'd be quite fun.
All right. At your ready. It'll take a little bit of time for Maisha to bring in the cables and get all that sort of stuff set up. But Maisha, can I get you to make me a craft check, please?
Craft check. Okay. What did my perception do, by the way?
Your perception noticed that it was chewed up by rats, specifically.
We got a rat problem.
And that's not something that I already forgot her name. Lunray uses.
No.
She's mostly snakes.
Do they
she's
seem
a snake whisperer. Yeah, she wouldn't use rats. Duh.
Okay. Do they seem like big rat marks or just tiny?
Maybe slightly larger rats than your normal rat, but
Okay.
big rats. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um, you said craft, right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. 19.
19. Beautiful. With very little effort, that will absolutely manage to what's the word? Repair, trim. Basically, you there's a word for it. God dang it! It's like where you. It's
Mend?
where you no. It's not where you're mending it. It's where you're repairing something very haphazardly. There's a word.
Jury rig.
Jerry rig. Thank you. That was it. Yes, you jerry rig the scaffold to make everything nice and safe. And when that's done, you send the signal that it is safe for the people to come in, and they will do so, slowly gathering around before arriving and taking their seats once more. All right. This gives way to Harlanot yet again.
Is this where people are slowly coming back into the tent?
Yeah, it'll be a couple minutes before they all settle, but yes.
Yeah, so I'll probably stay, well, as center stage as possible, probably just playing the tune or with presumably the other musicians that are somewhere in the tent, just to fill the still silence as we wait for everyone to retake their seats.
All right. You do so, and the band is enjoying thoroughly playing with you as well. Here we go. This should be good. Maybe. Not quite.
I liked it, but not really thematically appropriate.
Yeah, I just want good circus music. And I think when it said carnival, it went to carnival. That's what I'm picking up on that. All right, here we go.
What about Carnival?
All right, so people are sitting back down in their seats. The clowns are hard at work, putting them back in their place, and they prepare for the final performance. Now, Maisha, you're also asked to participate in the last little leg, only because if something goes wrong on stage, you need to be able to react quickly. You won't need to do much, but help try to subdue whatever monster happens to show up.
Okay.
All right. A hush falls over the crowd as Harlanot takes the stage.
Welcome back, one and all. Apologies for the minor mishap, but live shows happens every so often. As we approach the end of the evening or afternoon, whatever show it is we're on, we have one final performer to dazzle as we bring to the stage Celestin.
Celestin walks out, this pale blue-skinned tiefling. As he steps out, he gestures and waves. He flicks out what looks to be a small card, and as he whips it out, he throws it to the ground, and out pops Iwaki, who ruffles their feathers and stretches their wings out. You hear this ooh coming out of the crowd as Celestin then sort of jumps up onto their shoulder. He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, be not afraid of these creatures, for like us, they thrive off 3 instincts to survive, like all creatures. To feed, to fight, and the third you may ask your parents after the show." And today, I'm going to bring forth one of the most difficult beasts within my deck. Even I am not sure if I can tame this beast alone. So I ask for the performers that you have seen before, and a safety technician to come out and join me in the center ring. And at this point, you are all invited to step forward. There we go.
It's just misbehaving.
It is misbehaving. There we go. Okay. A round of applause, if you
I'll wave
would.
to the crowd.
There's another quick round of applause. And he says, "Now there are creatures great and small that tower over others, but one creates fear, a deep, primal fear within all. It shakes our very core, for their people, their kind, has been known and renowned to feed upon all creatures great and small since the dawn of time. Though not of its greater cousin, it should still prove to be a daunting challenge indeed, as we are about to summon forth a drake. With the blood of the dragon flowing through its veins, it'll take everything we have to subdue this beast. But rest assured, we are professionals. And while it may seem so, none of you will be in danger. I will be sending my avian companion to sit with the crowd. He is friendly. Please feel free to pat him and stroke his glorious plumage. And if you are gentle enough, perhaps you may be lucky, and your hand may capture and take one of his glorious feathers. But leave some for the rest of us." He then has a small chuckle come from the crowd, as Iwaki then flies over and sits among the people.
I have a bald griffin by the end of this.
All right. At this point, he takes his deck out, shuffles through it, and then prepares, very Yu-Gi-Oh style, to draw his card.
Face down in defense mode.
A couple of clowns start to play music. As they watch him reach forward and throw the card into the air. It spins and curves and bends around before glowing and burning and incinerating the card itself, revealing a draconic-like figure which falls out from the card.
Whoa.
It slithers on the ground, beating its wings. It snarls, and every now and then you hear this barking, kind of roaring sound. And with that, we're going to roll initiative.
Oh.
The first action this thing takes is to lash out its tail, which whips across and strikes Celestin hard. He flies backwards and off the stage and lands hard, the back of his head striking the ground with some force, and him losing consciousness.
Damn, that's well acted, because that must have hurt.
The drake leans in and starts to hiss. It is lashing its tail as a warning. In all directions. And that is what it does on its turn. Naomi and Callisto, you are up first.
Oh dang! All right. Callisto, get up there and help hold it down. And then Naomi's gonna back up here for one of her actions. Callisto, as another action, is going to move kind of up to it on its side.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Then...
As Callisto gets close, the tail that was whipping a warning fulfills on said promise.
Oof.
As it lashes and lands a
Ow.
critical hit.
Ah!
All right. As it whips and crashes. Give me a number between 1 to 5.
4.
4? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. That is slashing. 1d8 persistent bleed damage.
Ooh.
But you'll only
Okay.
take that at the beginning of your turn, so it won't count for this turn. The tail lash, however.
Oh no.
Oh no!
on
Oh
a-
no!
On a critical hit is 23 damage. As you
Okay,
watch
so-
Callisto get ripped in half by this tail. Falls to the ground. And you
So-
watch as as he transforms into like a pile of feathers.
So, do I also take the damage as a thing? Because I thought Summoner and Adolan share damage.
They do.
Yeah,
If you
Oh
notice,
yeah, I have 0 HP. Yeah. Okay.
if you notice your
Yeah, we
hit points,
collapses.
you do have a hero point if you want to stave off
Oh.
your.
Yes, I do.
All right. Using your hero point, you suck it in and you grit yourself. Let's see, where is it?
As far as the audience is concerned, did they just basically witness a murder?
Kinda.
Like they just
Well,
saw
if I use the hero point to stay up, would Callisto also stay at 1 HP?
Yes, he would. Yes, he would, because
Oh.
you both have the same. So, Callisto does stay up on 1 HP as
I
the
guess
whip.
he is a magician. That would be so.
Yeah,
concerning.
but I'll say that for aesthetic wise, as he's dissolved into feathers, he's appeared on the other side, like kind of a ta-da, kind of like he lived.
Yeah.
But you noticed that hit was very hard, and you felt it.
Oof. Ouch. In which case, I am going to. So, if I cast Shield on myself, does that affect Callisto?
I believe there is an ability that allows you to do that, but I think you
Well,
cast. I think you cast it
'cause-
on Callisto as if Callisto is you.
Okay. Well, because I know that Eidolons, like if you had a rune on a weapon, the Eidolons actually get the effect of said runes. So if I cast a spell on myself, would he have that effect? Or do I
Yeah,
have to
link
cast
spells.
it
You
on-
can cast your spells that have been forged through your connection, yada yada yada. It costs you a focus point, but yes, you can.
Well, that's for casting focus spells, not.
Oh, just for
Like-
focus spells?
Yeah. I'm not casting a focus
Oh
spell.
yeah,
I'm
you
casting
focus spell. You're right. You're right. Summoner spell casting. You can supply material, drop anything each day. You can cast a spell.
I think it would be under the Dolan.
Yeah, it might be under the Eidolon. We'll have a look at it. For now, I'll say
Okay.
you can cast shield on him if you want.
It is a...
One action. Sorry, you're casting shield. It's one action cast.
Oh, it can only use it on me, I think, because it's a...
No, but the
I don't
Eidolon
know.
will allow you to use it for him.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I don't know if it's got a range. That's what I mean.
Yeah, no,
Well,
he is in your
for
range.
now, until we get
You've
rules.
got
Okay.
links.
Yep.
Yeah, think of it like you've
Okay,
got
so I'm
link
gonna-
spell. Yeah.
I'm gonna cast shield on him, giving a +1 to his AC.
All right. He also gets resistant 5 to everything.
Oh, yay.
All right, not a worry. So you've given an order to your Eidolon. You've cast shield. You have one more action.
Well, it was my move. He moves.
No, his move
Oh,
goes
unless I
separate.
do the...
Because here's
Okay.
okay. So let's explain this. For those of you who don't know how Pathfinder Second Edition works, you have your action, which are 3 actions. For any kind of companion creature, the commander may use an action to give the command for their summon to do stuff. They only get 2 actions from that. So right now, Naomi has instructed Callisto to move, cast shield, and Naomi has 1 action. Callisto is moved, but he still also has 1 action left.
Oh, okay. So I get another action, and Callisto gets another action?
Correct.
Yeah, it's effectively you have 2 actions, and yeah,
Okay.
your summon has 2 actions.
So
Every
I guess
time.
in that case, I'm going to kind of in tandem attack with him. So if he does an attack with a fist, and then I will kind of go for what looks like I start praying, but then I pull my hands across, and it turns into a divine light. And I'm going to release my backhand and shoot divine lance at it.
Is Divine Lance 2 actions?
It is a cantrip.
No, it's a 2-action spell.
Yeah, if you see the little arrows next to it.
If you see the little squares. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've only got 1 action, unfortunately. You could boost your
Alright, I'll
Eidolon.
boost it all on, yeah. I'll boost him then.
All right, and then he's going to make an attack.
So he gets 2 to the
Yep, that's already been
damage rolls.
applied.
Yep, so I will... So, +2... Oh, no,
Yeah,
to the
action
damage
economy
rolls,
can be
not the-
sometimes kind of difficult with a mage, but it's fun. Or a magic user.
Oh, come on!
You do have a hero point if you want to spend it.
We haven't been using them. Yes, I will spend it. Come on, Callisto. It's a 15. Oh, come on! Alright.
All right, but it's not a critical hit, which is important.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Callisto reaches forward and swings, trying to hit the River Drake, but does not find purchase in their attack. All right,
Yeah.
which then brings us to Harlanot, our
Yes.
bard. Let's turn this down a little bit. Okay.
So I guess question, because I've been thinking about this. Am I able to use my focus cantrip as well as a level 1 spell?
As long as you've got the
Focus
action, as long as you got the actions for it, yes.
Okay. So, I'd imagine to try to, because obviously this is supposed to still be a show at the end of the day.
Mhm.
I start playing, and the first few strums, I will try to inspire courage on everyone.
Ooh, inspiring courage. I like it. Okay, well, let's give you some courage-inspiring music, shall we?
I believe I.
Okay.
Turn this up. So that should, I think, apply it to everyone. Don't know if that has applied it to everyone.
Yep. You'll just need to drop it onto everyone. So just drop that effect onto everyone. But yeah, that'll do it. All right, and then after that, what are you gonna do?
So just give me a second to pass that round. I assume I'll pass it to Thranvik just in case. After that, I'll change the tone ever so slightly,
Mm-hmm.
and a soothing melody will ripple out as I heal Naomi / Cleisto with Soothe. So I assume I'll just drop the heal on Naomi and it should auto apply to both. Correct?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, a little bit.
All right, you
And-
change the music again.
Thank you.
Yep. And you get
Thank you.
another little effect added onto you as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that critical is insane.
Yep.
All right, done and done.
And take that off.
All right, after Harlanot's musical accompaniment, Arturo, we then go to you.
Okay, so I have a rules question for you. Considering the serpentine nature of this, can it be tripped?
No.
Okay, so I'll have to shove or grapple it. Gotcha. I will try to shove it.
All right, you step up and attempt to shove it. Make an athletics check. Let me see what your target number will be. Here it is. That is enough to shove it. Let's see. That is just enough to shove it. Yeah, to there.
Okay, and I'm guessing I can't use my remaining move to catch up to him, right?
No, you can't use your remaining move, but you can use another move action.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll move myself to center stage.
All right, this is my stage.
Yeah, and then I'll flourish to the audience, like, haha. Ah, now this is a target that's quite in fruit, don't you say?
Oh, the dragon looks at you and just continues to bark at you in this guttural kind of low-key sound. It even starts to growl in the same way that, you know,
use a breath mint.
you know how that gators have that kind of rumbling growl? It starts to do the same.
Yeah.
As we then go to Meisha.
All right. All right. Had idea it might be bad, but light men, can you put the lights on beam mode and try to aim in the beast's eyes to blind him?
You watch as you see up in the rafters, there are two stage workers. They kind of look at each other. They both nod, and they both pull out two keys. They stick it into the back of these lights, which then have like this little symbol saying beam mode. They then look at each other and they nod and they turn it in synchronicity. And then you watch as the widespread lights become spotlights. And they both look at each other and they go, engage beam mode! As they and they start to aim it across. Yeah, they'll hit it in the eyes and it starts looking left and right. It's having trouble seeing.
That's awesome.
They've been waiting
Alright.
their whole lives to use this beam mode.
And then after that, I want to overdrive and turn invisible.
Bink! You disappear.
Cool.
No, the audience
Look,
can't
it's
see me.
invisibility. It's invisibility, not silence. So it hears that somebody go cool, just off to the side. All right, Walter, you're up.
So, how far away to the menagerie master from me?
He is. Did I actually make a token for him? I can't remember. I did not make a token for him. He is roughly here.
So, would that be within 30 feet of where I'm standing?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to use all 3 actions to cast heal. So that will get Callisto, Naomi, and him in the radius.
Ooh.
Wait, I just realized, does that count as almost double healing then? For Callisto and Naomi?
I
Double
think you
heal?
count as 1 target.
Yeah,
we only
yeah.
count as 1 target. It's just, and it's whatever effect is the most. We take that one.
Okay. I was say that'd be insane. It's like I target both of you with heal, effectively doubling it.
Yeah.
So I would just drop a die 8 on.
Either of them. That's fine.
Either or, yeah. Yeah.
nice.
Beautiful.
And, the other fellow gets 5.
All right. He starts to come to. You realize that he actually got knocked out.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I had assumed. And that's me. That's all 3 actions.
All right. Back to the top of the round, the River Drake, who is blinded. Let's add blinded as a condition here. Blinded.
Is it too late to say I was waving goodbye as I turned invisible?
No, you did that. And now the end is near. So I face the final curtain. I remember someone being a bit of a smart mouth. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a bite attack on Arturo.
I dodge.
You do. Oh my gosh.
You do, from the mischance.
Oh.
As it tries to snap at you while being unable to see. Oh! As it does, it can't get you. Instead, it then decides to change its tactic.
Oh, no. Maybe I should have done my dodge against this attack.
Oh no.
Lame on.
Oh,
All right. A globule of acid spits out and
Ugh.
sprays in this direction. Let's see how everyone does. Halanot, you get a critical failure. Would you like to use a hero point?
I think yes for that.
Alright, let me just make sure that I'm taking these off as I go. Alright, boom. Hero point is consumed. Let's try again, shall we? Halanot, you fail, but not critically.
This is not great, but
Alright. Walter, you critically fail.
I'm
Oh.
hero pointing that.
Very well. You simply fail.
That's fine.
Gosh.
Arturo,
Oh no.
I'm saving you for last. Callisto,
oh no, that's definitely gonna be a jinx point, isn't it?
that is a failure.
Okay.
Do you want to use a hero point?
What kind of roll was it?
It's a reflex.
No.
Alright, and Arturo. Alright, Arturo, as the acid ball explodes. That is a failure.
Yes, I can't fail a reflex save. I'm definitely burning that hero point.
Burning the hero point.
And then fails here reflex.
Yeah, and then a crit fail, yeah.
Alright. That is a success. For half
You can't
damage.
touch this. Come on.
Alright, which for you guys is a total of 14 damage.
Ooh.
So, 14 damage to Callisto will knock you guys out again. Do you want to use
No,
your
I'm at
last hero
15.
point? Oh, 15? Oh, sorry, my apologies. You're right.
I have 6 wounds.
So you are
Oh
on
my
one hit
gosh.
point left.
That was a gamble that you took there, that using your
I know. Because I have
you
a plus
take
2 reflex.
half
So
of
I'm like,
that.
yeah.
True.
Misha is fine. Walter.
At least he has a plus 2. I have a plus 4.
All right. That acid was no bueno. However, if you do not get rid of it, it will melt your faces because it is persistent damage.
Oh, come on. And that's at the start?
Yes.
Or end? Oh, I'm going to just go down.
Oh, no, it's at the end, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my gosh.
All right. All right. That is where we're at. Which brings us to Naomi and Callisto.
Alright, so one of the actions has to be to get rid of the acid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Unless you want to
Callisto
melt.
gets- No, I know, but so Callisto gets 3 and then I get 3?
Nope. You get 3.
Okay.
One of them needs to be used in order to give Callisto 2.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So you can choose to have
Okay.
3 actions yourself, or 2 actions for you and 2 actions for Callisto.
Correct.
Got it.
Till a later
Okay.
level, then you'll be
So-
able to do it
yeah.
for free.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I will do that. I will do my action to give us both 2 then. So Callisto will move out of the acid and get kind of away. Oh, wait, what was his move again? I forgot to put in what it. I think they had a 40. But I'll just do 30. That's fine. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20. Kind of get him to back up a bit, and then last action to get rid of the acid.
All right.
I'll wipe off his face.
He
and
gets
then-
rid of the acid.
And then Naomi will, you know what? She is going to. Oh wait, I think that's a touch spell, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Okay. She is going to. Actually, yeah, she's going to kind of go into prey, but she's going to start speaking in Celestial as she kind of starts to sing, and she's going to be casting hunting him at the Drake. Oh, that's a cone. Never mind. There's a lot of people. If I can move down here, I'm gonna go like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If I get to there, then I can't cast it because it's a 2 action.
Correct.
Well, if you're only hitting me in the cone, I don't think it's that bad.
Are you sure?
Without knowing what it is, I'll say yes.
All right.
All right, I guess I'll go for it.
Okay.
So she's gonna start. Oh wait, but no, but it's okay. So it's 15 feet. I can't actually hit it from where I am, right? 15
Oh.
foot cone.
Oh, yeah, so you'll need to move anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? Once again, go. So I'm not gonna move. I'm just going to go pray. Do what I was gonna do before, and pull a lance of light and shoot it at the Drake.
All right, make your attack as your lance of light fires outwards and soars like a beam of radiant energy towards this draconic creature.
Oh come on! No!
That is a
Don't hit me.
fumble.
Hero point.
You want to use your last hero point?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. Boop.
Okay, that's a.
That's a hit.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right, deal your damage.
Done. Awesome. I'm not doing good damage, so that is 7 points of good damage.
Nice. It takes 7 points of damage. Well done.
And that's
Harlanot, it is your turn.
So
Acid,
the action,
bubbling
so
and
the
searing.
action's- Yes, the action's to wipe the mucus off, or is it to step out there?
To wipe the mucus off.
So I'll wipe the mucus off.
Ugh.
This thing, yeah. and I will respond with some biting words, saying, "You think that stings? Here's some real sting."
Nice. All right. You cast your biting words. That will hit.
Thankfully.
Oh, wow. Those are really cool dice. All right. Sonic damage. As 3 points of damage hits it. As it does so, you watch as it kind of gets disoriented. It's having trouble like seeing and hearing now because of the kind of damage that it's starting to take. But well done. And I think that's all your actions. Yes?
Yes, it is.
Arturo.
Yeah, I also am going to shake off the mucus and just be like, "Oh man, maybe a breath mint wouldn't help. I don't know what can help you out in that situation. You better check it out a doctor or something."
Oh no.
And I am going to strike him with my with panache. So I do a little bit of a flourish with my rapier. Maybe even try to like jump up and get him below the chin.
God.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Just pokes him.
Hey, Sean.
No,
Oh,
you wouldn't do
yes.
that to me. You wouldn't do that, would you?
Jinx point.
Fine, I'll just crit again.
Reroll it. Reroll it.
The power of Blah.
Wah.
All right, it's a regular hit.
All right.
Oh.
I didn't have to do that. I just wanted to.
It was well deserved.
All right, 13 points of damage. It's pretty good. A crit would have actually
Yeah.
really helped right then, but
Oh yeah, with the panache attack, yeah, it's really powerful. And
All
then
right.
I'll do
Yep.
So
that's your first attack.
yes. So I wipe out mucus, then attack, and then I'll try to grapple him.
All right. Remembering you take a -5 penalty because you are. This is a second attack action.
Oh yeah, that does actually. Yeah, I forgot that counts as an attack. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right. Make an athletics check.
Okay. And athletics.
I've got your target number here. Let's go. Let's see it.
All right. So is the target number including the disadvantage or the -5?
Sorry.
Is the
No, it's-
target number including the negative?
Uh,
do you need to put
you're
the
taking
no,
negative?
no, no, no. Yeah, you're taking the negative.
Okay, but it's already calculated though, right? I don't need to put anything in.
Down the bottom left where it says modifier. But that's
Oh,
fine.
Whoops. Oh, yeah, we can do
Either
that.
way, that will
That
absolutely not.
definitely failed.
Yeah. So you jump at him, and it unfortunately does not land. Which brings us to Meisha.
Oh, right.
I don't
I'm
have my
gonna-
panache.
I'm gonna try to sneak to the back of it, behind it. Yeah.
It does not notice you. Does it? Wait, hold on. It does not know. Ooh, wait.
There's a button still.
It knows something's there. It doesn't know where. It can't pinpoint you, because these things have actually got imprecise scent, meaning it knows that
Ah.
something's there, but it can't. It doesn't know exactly where you are.
Nice.
Well, after I hit it, it'll know probably where I am.
Absolutely.
Well, here we go. I gotta try to hit it.
Nice.
I hit it.
All right, that's a solid hit. Now, real quick, while we're doing the damage and stuff like that, Odd Bandicoot, welcome back. Just because it's you, let's give you a quick recap on what happened after the tarot reading. After the tarot reading, one of the lights fell down in the audience. Thankfully, Meisha acted quickly and managed to save people from being injured. After which, the group kind of planned for their finale, which was a summon battle, where they're going to summon a fake phantasm of a creature, do battle with it, and then hopefully, ta-da! make everyone, feel like this was a really cool show. Yes, also, as OG mentioned, you saved OG from the falling lights fixture. So, yeah, that's where we are. That's what we're doing. The creature's pretty tough. Creature's pretty strong, but the group is doing okay. They're holding their own. Meisha, who is invisible, has now snuck up behind the beast and has landed a decent attack, which I'm still not seeing any damage, Meisha.
Well, you said wait.
No, I said, while I am waiting, I will do this thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Not bad.
that's okay. Fine. 5 points of damage as a large hammer. You'll actually need to climb up on stage for that one. So you climb up and whang, you hit it square in the back of the head.
Okay.
It did not expect that as it lunges forward, suddenly being struck. It hisses.
That it actually has range. It's
Does
like a
it?
rope thing. Yeah.
Oh! Okay, yeah, I know what a meteor hammer is. It's a Chinese weapon. Meisha.
Yeah.
Sure, I got no problem with that. When it said meteor hammer, I went to it's a hammer with a giant rock on the end. It's like, great. I'm like, no, it's a meteor hammer. It's like the Chinese, it's like a long cable with an orb on the end of it, and it used to be swung very similar to the dart at the end of the rope, except it's like a freaking giant heavy weight. If you've watched Kill Bill, one of the assassins, I think in the second movie, uses a meteor hammer with like blades on the end of it, which is very cool. But yeah, all right, I know the thing. Okay, so yes, from range you and you throw it, it flies outwards and wham, hits him in the back of the head.
Nice.
All right, you got one more action, I believe.
All right.
Because move, attack.
Yep. Try to attack it again.
Sure. You get a -5 penalty as you swing that around, woof, and go for the second attack.
Okay, we'll try. Here we go.
Oof, that is a critical miss.
Hero point.
Oh, throwing in the hero points. All right, fine. Fine. All right.
We haven't been using them. We need
Make
to
your
start using
reroll. That's true. You guys haven't been using them. Ooh, that was good, but unfortunately,
It's okay, just a miss.
it's just a regular
That
miss.
critical one. Yeah.
Put my crit deck away. Okay. Walter, you're
Oh
up.
no! Don't put it too far. I'm up next.
You are melting.
So action 1 is to preen or clean myself off. Action 2 is to drop a heal on myself.
All right, please do so.
Use the 1 action. I'm debating. Do I want to use a 1 action heal or 2 action heal? I'm going to do the 2 action heal. And that's it. That's me.
All right, very nice. Your wounds begin to stitch, and those burns begin to heal as we then go back to the Drake. It looks caught between a couple of people and starts lashing its tail again. But before it does, it is going to try and land a bite on Arturo. No, who did more damage? Arturo did more damage. It's going to start with Arturo.
And I'm taunting it, making it mad.
Ooh.
That is a crit hit. And even blinded, it manages to hit.
I would like to hero point that. Oh.
You can't hero point that. But you can hero point to avoid dying. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I was like, what?
So, as he bites you, you remain on 1 hit point, absorbing the last little leg of the blow and rolling with that punch. It does not like that, but that is what it did. The second attack it is going to use is going to be against Meisha. It stretches its long neck out
Whoa.
Ow.
and will do another critical hit.
Oh, jeez. This thing is insane.
All the crits. Mesha, do you want to use a hero point?
Did I die? Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You're down. All right. Mesha,
Yeah.
with a hero point, you remain on 1 hit point.
Yeah.
All right. And with its final action, it is going to leave your squares and lunge over
No!
at...
Wait, it moved, so it can't. It's the third action.
it has speed
The lunge
surge.
attack.
Ah, no!
It does have a lunge. Actually, no. I needed
no.
2 actions to do the lunge.
Oh,
And it's 1 fang and 2 tails. Ah, you're lucky. Very well.
Nice.
Very well. It is still going to move at Callisto. All right, there we go. You find yourselves mostly in critical condition. Callisto, face to face with the jaws of death. What do you do?
Okay, so even if I don't spend an action to move to have Callisto get 2 actions, can he still move
Sorry?
when I move? Like if I were to move, can he still move?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do because I want to get up to Arturo, and then I'm gonna have Callisto kind of run towards Hollernut. He'd be like, "Oh shit!" Kind of running.
As soon as he runs,
oh, he's got opportunity attacks. Oh
Harry.
no!
he uses the tail lash.
Oh no! It's got opportunity. Oh shoot! And wait, hang on before you do.
Mm-hmm.
Is the shield went down because it's the start of the turn, so you're good now though. Oh come on!
And because he is blinded by the 2 technicians, as the lash comes down and looks like it's about to snap around the neck of Callisto, you watch as the 2 guys on the lighting rig suddenly shine in its eyes, and
Ooh.
it's as it switches and moves the tail away.
10, 15.
That was a really
20,
good call by Mesha there.
Thank you.
25. And so Naomi is 1 action to run up to Arturo, and then 2 actions. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Arturo. Because I have to do a touch. It lasts a minute, and says you ward the creature with protective energy that it deters enemy attacks. Creatures attempting to attack the target must attempt a will save each time. If the target uses a hostile action, the spell ends. So if Arturo, since you're damaged, if you attack it, the spell will end. But now he can't attack you unless he makes a will save.
Oh no. Okay.
So yeah, I cast Sanctuary.
All right, done and done. Which brings us to Hollonaut.
So I will sustain my biting words because it can last for 3 rounds. if I got that
Nice.
right.
It rings in his ears as he continues to take damage.
So at least it's something.
Nice. 10 points of damage to the Drake. It shakes its head back and forth.
And as I am doing that, to avoid being bunched up, just in case,
Mm-hmm.
I will step round a bit more to the other side, and I guess inspire courage once again.
All right. Courage is inspired as you continue to play your music. Moving us swiftly then to Arturo.
Actually, by the way, what buff does Inspired Courage do?
+1 attack, damage, saves versus fear and charmed. But those will be applied automatically.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just turned to Naomi. I'm like, I appreciate it, but it wouldn't be much of a show if I just stood here, So I must decline your sanctuary. As I run up to the drake and try to jump onto its back and grapple it
Oh,
again.
you jerk.
All right.
You
Make
made
a-
me waste a spell slot. Just kidding.
Make an athletics check as you jump
why
and
would you
try
do
to
that, like-
wrestle the creature.
He can't, it's the show. He has to do it.
Yeah.
It unfortunately slithers out from under you, causing you to fall to the ground.
Well, I land on my feet.
Sure. You've got 2 more
And then I
actions. What do you
guess-
do? Oh, sorry, 1 more action. What do you do?
Yeah, I'll just try to stab it. I don't get to do anything cool with it, but
All right, as you're on the ground, as you've landed, you kind of thrust to try and hit it. You take a -5 penalty on this.
oops, I didn't roll it on that.
Oh.
But
That's okay. That'll still completely fail. With a -5 on top, that is including the -5. Okay, so that's 11. So that's good. Well, let's see. What's your defense
yeah, that doesn't
here?
crit miss, does it?
I'm just checking here. No, it does not critical miss.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we then go to Meisha. You feel courage swirling inside you.
Yep. I should be like Arturo and let the show keep going on, eh? All right. Well, bang.
You hurl the meteor. It lands nearby with a thud.
Dang it.
All right, what next?
What's near me? These cages, right? Is there any
There's nothing in the cages.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying what's like near me. So it's the cages, right?
Correct.
Or like here. Okay. Any of any of my tools that help do the circus, like any of my equipment.
Sure, there's
here.
there's some stuff in the wagon just to the left-hand side there, behind where my head is.
All right. I'm gonna go move and see what's inside there and see if anything can help me.
Are you asking me to give you some stuff that'll help you, or are you looking for something specific? Please help, Michael.
No. Man. I'm looking for something that can tie it up, maybe like cripple it, or yeah.
You find
tie
some
it up or
bungee
something.
cord.
Okay.
Inside
Ooh, yeah,
bonus.
insight bonus.
Inside bonus, there is plenty of bungee cord that you can use. More importantly, you could tie the bungee cord to one of the cages, and then the bungee cord to the creature, and then basically spring it into the cage.
Sweet.
So, you made one attack, move, and then your second attack, your second action, I need you to make a craft check.
Craft check. All right.
Never mess with a scientific engineer. They will find ways to mess you up.
Oh yeah.
With a natural 20, I'm going to give you something extra because
Whoa.
I feel like that natural 20 should not go unrewarded. You will also be able to move and attach it. I need you to
Alright.
make me a athletics check to try and attach it.
All right. Athletics. Ah.
Ooh, that is a failure, unfortunately. So you haven't attached it. You still have the bungee cord in your hand. It is stretched taut, but you haven't managed to snag this creature just yet. Close, but no cigar. Well, not close, actually. Not even remotely close. But just saying, we do have a number of rewards if anyone wants to help out your friends. Boom. There it is. Okay. Moving on, though. After Meisha is Walter.
Sound like a record on repeat, but I'm guessing Harlanot is not within 3 feet.
No.
Neither is Meisha.
Nope.
And if I move, I can't cast it. Burrow would be, Naomi would be, Calista would be, so I'd only be getting the 3 of us. But I'm going to move here.
All right, you move closer.
Yep, because I'm a foolish person. And I'm going to target Arturo with a 2-action heal.
All right, arranged. Well, basically, you draw. I'm going to flavor this if I may. You draw from your tarot deck as a like card of energy that you kind of throw in that general direction, and it'll, as it hits him, fill him with that light.
Like I turn my character into Gambit now. You know that, right?
Well, I mean, it depends. We'll find out if he explodes in a second.
Oh, please no.
All right.
And I do. 10 points of healing.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, Mythical Turian has given group inspiration to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm not going to lie. We are about to end the stream, so I am going to refund that. But I will allow you, because of your generosity, to decide one person in the group to give a inspiration to for free, because Myth has been around for a long time, and I have no issues with that at all. But I need to figure this out again. But yes.
Oh, I can check it off.
There we go. Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, we then return back to the top of the round. And back to our dear River Drake. Now, what to do with the River Drake? Let's go with... Okay. I don't know how to refund things, because I am inept at things. Oh, here we go.
I think it's in the mod tools somewhere.
Yeah, but I think I'm somewhere there. Band chatters. Nope, that's not it. Block messages. Grr. It's somewhere. I'll find it. I promise.
It's somewhere out there.
Beyond the sea. Yep. I wish I were better at this, but I'm just not. Okay.
Funny, because I had my own song in my head, and then I was thinking a different song, and then I immediately thought of a different song. Like, that
Alright.
was weird.
All right, Arturo, you have been given the inspiration points. Redeem is a vertical bar on the left. I see the vertical bar on the left, but I don't know where in that vertical bar I need to go. I will figure it out. I promise. Okay, let's see. The dragon is going to use its opportunity to lunge at the healer.
No!
Oh.
Die, Walter.
No, Walter.
That will hit.
Doesn't take a lot to hit me.
It does not. I was very surprised. That is 17 points of damage. Do you wish to hero point?
Yep.
All right. Thaboom. You remain on 1 hit point.
I perceive this as an active futility because I think it's going to just attack me again.
Well, actually, you'd be wrong. Because with its next action, it is going to use Draconic Frenzy. It is going to leap back and make 1 Fang Strike and 2 Tail Strikes.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
Oh, man.
1 Fang on Arturo.
Oh,
Natural 20. And a hit.
Oh no!
Arturo. Given you have inspiration, I will allow you to remain on 1 hit point from that hit. If you want to use it for that, or you can just go down. It's up to you. I don't care.
No,
which.
I'm totally fine with it being used for that.
All right. Then we have our tail lash. Tail lash number 1 on Meisha. That is a hit. Was that a critical hit? I don't think it was a critical hit. No way.
No, it's the
It's
hit.
just a regular hit. All right, that is 10 points of damage to Meisha. And the tail for the second hit, which if this hits, I will be very surprised. Because this is at a negative 15.
Oh yeah. Also, I forgot. I didn't have my dodge up.
That'll critically
Dodging now.
miss.
Yeah.
All right, and that'll... Wait, what? Oh. Okay, that doesn't do anything important. It does damage to his shielding if he has any. But there you go. All right.
A scale or 2 falls off.
Naomi and Callisto, things are looking desperate. What do you want to do?
All right. So I kind of Callisto looks to Naomi and I look to Callisto and see. I kind of get what he's gonna try and do. So I give him the action. I spend the action to give 2 actions to me and him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to he's going to go. He's gonna look inside really quick in the cannon. Is it loaded?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 action to kind of go over to it and kind of adjust it to point at the Drake. And then his other action, he's going to be like tip his hat off and kind of snap his fingers on the fuse, creating that spark of fire and lighting it at the dragon to try and shoot a cannon at him.
Okay. Very well. I love you, Neil. So repeat your actions. You've moved and cast Spark.
Well, moved and because as part of an attack, he can use fire. So he's basically going to grab the fuse and light it on fire.
Right. Okay.
Well, it's pointed at
I just want to be clear that this is the actions that you're taking.
Yeah.
Cool. The cannon fires directly at Naomi, who it is pointing at. How are you pointing it at him?
I thought as part of the move action, you could turn it. Okay, fine.
Nope.
Well, he was right next to it anyway, so I guess because he was right there.
So it
then as
flies
his
straight
first-
at him.
No. So for the first action, he would turn it to point at the Drake.
No, your first action is moving over to it.
No, he was already moving. He was already at it.
Was he?
Yeah, I was by the Drake, and then for the first move, when the Drake,
Hold on, wait, one second.
Because there was 1 move to move him up, and then I took my 2 to run up and.
Oh,
use,
okay.
sanctuary.
So okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. So
Yeah.
you're going to use 1 action to move and re-aim it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other action.
Right, I'm with you now. That makes more sense.
fire.
When you said move to it, I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So make a strength check. Just a basic strength check to move and aim the cannon at the Drake.
He's got a 17.
Yep, 17's not a problem. You've got a new firing line. Now make a ranged attack roll.
I don't know what that would actually be since he's just.
Just a real
Make the
ranged attack
cannon.
roll.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I can't click on it. Okay. Is there a ranged attack on the front page?
It should be on the combat page.
Okay, so I see it, but
Just double click on it.
oh, I see. Okay. I am. It's not.
All right, let's do it for you then. Let's see. Oh, okay. Just roll it and then roll a d20 and add 2. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. There's a sizzle and a hiss, then suddenly, which is a critical miss.
Oh. I don't have group inspiration. Damn it. No.
We do
Wait,
not.
you have 2 hero points. Look at that. It's right on Callisto's flag.
Yeah, we
All right.
each have our own.
Pick a 1 to
That's
5.
not throw, Rex.
3.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Dang it. That was really cool.
Well,
It's
that
Walter.
is unfortunate because the answer here is lost grip,
Uh-oh.
which for me translates to you haven't tied it down when you fired it, and if you've seen when a cannon fires without being tied down properly, it
Backwards.
flies backwards back into Arturo. Arturo, make a reflex save.
The cannon's backing up into me?
Sorry, not Arturo. Callisto. So many Italian names.
What
Dang
reflex you
people
said?
in there.
Yeah,
Italian
reflex.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no, it's an 8.
All right,
Oh,
that
I take 1
is
damage, and I'm unconscious.
7 points of damage, and yes, indeed, you are unconscious.
I will say, in my head, that is a very cartoony thing, the cannon going off and, like, flying and, like, somehow ending up in the middle of the thing.
All right, with that, this time turning into feathers, Callisto is gone.
And then Naomi falls to the ground on
Indeed.
stage.
Halanot, you're up.
Oh,
One of you is down. 2 of you are down, actually.
Yeah, well, say 2 of us are down. Yeah, Meisha's down, too.
yeah, that was so cool.
I suppose I'll continue the biting words for the final time.
All right, let's do it.
I like how Naomi just took herself out, basically.
That'll hit.
Yeah, no,
Nice
beat him
progress.
grabbing next level.
There's one
Oh,
range crit fail that I
no.
really wish you would have rolled, which is hit an ally. So you skip her.
Unfortunately, minimum damage.
Right.
So that's 1 action to concentrate. 2 actions remaining. What are you doing?
And that looks to be just in range and just the right angle
I'll allow it.
to avoid everyone else. To unleash a hunting hen.
A hunting what?
Haunting him.
Oh, haunting him. I thought you said a hunting hen. I thought you were. I thought you were releasing a
Yes.
chicken. All right.
He's got
I
some
would
too.
love to see someone hunt with a chicken.
All right. Haunting him. What does haunting him do?
Actually.
It's
It's from Zelda.
a
Yeah.
fortification save on him. Or potentially. So
Oh,
No, that's he fails, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
that's
So-
good.
he gets 4 damage and will become does become deafened on.
He takes 4 damage, just straight up.
Yep,
Yeah,
4
it's
sonic
your.
damage.
With that,
It's- Oh, really?
he transforms into a flurry of glitter and confetti. He shoots a firework into the sky. And as this happens, you watch as standing on stage is Celestin, who then reaches upwards, and you watch as the fireworks begin to coalesce and form into his card. As this happens, all of your wounds and injuries start to disappear from you. And with that, with the exception of Callisto, because he doesn't really work the same way, but you are all suddenly appeared healthy and unharmed as a roar of applause fills the auditorium.
Bow, bow, bow.
Everyone is bowing and cheering.
Oh, you know what? I'll resummon Callisto as if he was like, like he disappeared and then came back like somewhere else. And
How long does it take to summon Callisto?
It's just a 3-action spell.
Okay, yep, not a worry. You resummon... Yeah, you resummon Callisto, who appears in the audience. And they love it. All right. As the sound of applause occurs, the clowns come out and they start waving. And you watch as everyone begins to slowly make their way out of the tent. But the mood and celebration quickly fades. Behind the curtains, a blanket has been placed over the ringmaster. With Stendhal now gone, the tent cleared. It is a roaring success for today, matched with the bittersweet loss. The professor wants you to meet him backstage and find out what exactly happened here and if they are in danger from an old enemy. And that is where we're going to end today's session. Now, unfortunately, we are going to love and leave because we are very, 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 very over time. I just think it was a cool opportunity to be able to wrap up this little bit. Honestly, he was on 7 hit points for the longest freaking time, and I was just waiting.
I know he's probably weak.
I was like,
just need to get him.
I was waiting for someone to whack him, but that didn't happen. All right, but guys, my name is Mike. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. Thank you for tuning in today. We are going to go and raid Phoenix Iwaki. Now, the reason we're raiding Phoenix Iwaki is because I will be playing on Phoenix Iwaki's channel later on today for a charity stream for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. It is a wonderful cause, helps children who are terminally ill. They bring a little love, a little joy, and a little light to their lives. And I will be joined by my dear friend and co-star, Guy from How to Be a Great GM. So be sure to hit that follow button for Phoenix and tune in later on for whatever time it happens to be for you right now. 10 hours from now, that is when we are kicking off. So yeah, go and check all that stuff out. More posts in my socials. But again, if you also, and I do know we have a few new people in chat as well. Guys, come hang out in my Discord. It's a really cool way an easy way to come contact me and meet some fun, cool D&D related people, as well as other TTRPGs. You'll also be privy to all of the cool things that I'm doing, because I play on so many different channels. It's a crime. And for those of you who are fortunate enough to be there, in May I will be in Utah for Convergence. For those of you who are going to be attending, the day is swiftly approaching and tickets are selling out fast. So if you are interested and are in the area, or just kind of want something cool to do, a whole bunch of content creators are going to be, boom, right there in Utah. Go check it out. Links in the description. And guess what? Due to an unforeseen cancellation, I will not only be performing there, but I will also be DMing as well. So if you want me to DM for you in person, follow and check out stuff and things, because I know Rock has bought their ticket and they're going to be there as well. So yeah, cool, fun, exciting things ahead. Also, if you want to be on my table, Rock, I think there might be a waiting list now, which is very weird because I only got told yesterday that I'll be running a table. So if you message Jason and let him know, he might be able to get you on that table. So just as a heads up,
Jason, like the dude. What? Oh, okay. Just tell me later. Okay.
I will. And big shout out shout out from OGL Lava Kitten to Harlanot for a beautiful performance, playing up the audience as the ringmaster. Definitely has my vote, so well done. So yay!
Yeah, that was fun.
All right. Raid, boop, hit the button. Me, Dag, you, people, love your faces. Moi. Until we meet again, stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other, because honestly, who else is gonna be? Until we meet again, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, folks.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, guys.